everyone, welcome to my channel Pure Biology. And today's topic is not new one. This is the continuous topic related to Arthropoda classification, and this is the third part. Obviously this is the third part of the Arthropod classification, and I will try to complete the Arthropod classification in this last part. Okay. Totally I have divided this arthropod classification into 3 parts. Okay, so you just check out that 2 parts, and that is already uploaded in my channel, and this is the last part. Okay, and before going to this topic, I want to say thank you to all of you who have already subscribed my channel, and I request to the newcomers to follow my channel, and if it is helpful to share with your friends, and obviously subscribe for the growth of this channel. And okay, so the subphylum here, I will start this classification from the subphylum Crustacea. Okay, this is the Crustacea, and here the first feature, that is the head bears 5 pairs of appendages. Okay, head bears with 5 pairs of appendages, 5 pairs of appendages, and including 2 pairs of antennae, 1 pair of mandibles, and 2 pairs of maxillae. Okay, 2 pairs of maxillae. Second point is that cylindrical or leaf-shaped appendages are biramous. Okay, and actually biramous is a term, and I have already explained about this term in my previous videos. So first point is that head bears 5 pairs of appendages. Including these 5 pairs of appendages, there are 2 pairs of antennae, 1 pair of mandibles, and 2 pairs of maxillae. Second point is that generally the appendages are either cylindrical shaped or leaf shaped. Okay, and obviously these are biramous. The third point is that exoskeleton is calcareous generally, or often you can say the exoskeleton calcareous, and the respiration through, I think, gills, respiration through gills. Okay, respiration through gills. And under this subphylum there are many classes. So here I explain only 3 classes. Okay, the Remipedia, second one is the Cephalocardia, and third one is the Branchiopoda. Okay, the first A, that is the Remipedia. Here these are generally marine animals. They are marine animals and very small elongated worm-like structure, and the body is translucent. Okay, not transparent, translucent. That means translucent, you know, where the light cannot pass through the translucent objects. Okay, so that's why this body is the translucent shade here. Okay, number 2, eyes absent. Number 3, body comprises of a short carapace-less cephalothorax and a long trunk with more than 30 similar segments. That means here cephalothorax is that what? Here the head and the thoracic region that are attached to each other and to form one part, that is called the cephalothorax, and this cephalothorax is covered by one covering. This is called the carapace. Clear? And they have the trunk region. This is long, and here more than 30 segments are there. Okay, so these are the features. What are the, again I repeat the features. First one, the marine animals or worm-like body and translucent body through which light cannot pass. Second point is that eyes absent, and third point, cephalothorax and abdominal part. The 2 part, body is divided into 2 parts, cephalothorax that including the head and thoracic region and the abdomen. An abdomen that contains 30 similar segments. Example is what? Lesionectes. Lesionectes. Okay, Lesionectes. Lesionectes. Next one, cephalocardia. The class cephalocardia. These are generally bottom-dwelling animals. Okay, obviously these are also marine, but these are the bottom-dwelling animals. And obviously these are the detritus feeders. They feed on the detritus objects. Number 2, the body is small and elongated and cylindrical, but there is a tension. It is one part that is present in the edge of the end of the abdominal part, or you can say that abdominal part is terminating with an organic part or with an part. This is called the tailson. Okay, and the tailson, this region has 2 long farca. You can see this is the rough structure of one species. The example is Hutchinsoniella. Okay, Hutchinsoniella. This is the species, and here you can see the 2 structural part that arise from the tailson, and these are called the farca. Clear? Third point is that body is divided into horseshoe-shaped head, thorax and abdomen without cephalothorax or carapace. That means here in the in the under the crustacea, in case of remipedia, what is present? There is cephalothorax is present. But here in the cephalocardia, there is no cephalothorax. Okay, that means body is divided into head, thorax and abdominal region. So that's why cephalothorax is not present. So carapace is also absent. The covering of the cephalothorax, this is absent. So what are the features? Bottom dwelling and the small cylindrical or elongated body that terminating with tailson and long farca. Okay, and third point is that body divided into head, thorax and abdomen. Number C, Branchiopoda. What are the features of the Branchiopoda? The trunk appendages are flattened. Trunk appendages are flattened. Coxa is another part that is provided with flattened epipode. What is the epipode? Epipode is a gill-like structure, or it serves as gill. That's why these classes are called also gill feet. Clear? The third point is that the last abdominal segment bears 2 terminal process called sarcopods. Clear? This is the sarcopods. I try to explain these features in the next part, where I will explain about the subclasses of the Branchiopoda. Clear? Then the features are what? Trunk appendages are flattened, coxa is present, and this is provided with the epipode. This is actually act as gill, and that's why this class is called the gill feet. And the last point is that there are 2 processes, terminal processes called sarcopods. Okay, so this is the example. This is the example of this one. Okay, this one. Okay, I have to write this one. Okay, this example is this one. Okay, I just forgot to write here the example. That's why this is. Sorry. Okay, I just have written this example here. Okay, this is the example. Okay, this is the C. Hutchinsoniella Hutchinsoniella species. Clear? So these are the features of subphylum, then class. 3 classes actually. One is the Remipedia, second one is the Cephalocardia, and third one is the Branchiopoda. 3 classes I have explained here now. Okay. So next I will try to explain in the next part. Okay, first I have to say that there was one mistake by me, that is I said that the translucent body, that means the light cannot pass. Not it's true. Translucent body is that where the light can pass, light can pass but partially. Okay, that's why not transparent body. Here the body is not transparent, where the light can pass throughly and completely through the body. The translucent means the light can pass through the object or body but partially. Okay. Let's continue. That is the subphylum. Under subphylum Crustacea and class Branchiopoda. The subclasses are CALAMANOSTRACA and DIPLOSTRACA. Okay, CALAMANOSTRACA and DIPLOSTRACA, and third one is that SARCOSTRACA. These are all the subphylums. Clear? And what are the features of this subphylum? First point of the CALAMANOSTRACA, that is a body composed of thorax with appendages and abdomen without appendages. Okay, the body is with thoracic region and abdominal region, but thoracic region with appendages and abdominal region without appendages. Clear? This is the important part, and that's why I have written here only one point. So example is that triops. B is the DIPLOSTRACA, subphylum is DIPLOSTRACA, where the body enclosed within a laterally composed carapace, trunk with appendages. Clear? Here the body is composed with carapace and laterally composed. Okay, and trunk with appendages. Example is what? Daphnia. Okay, and C is the Sarcostraca. This is the subphylum. Here the carapace absent and trunk composed of 11 to 18 segments with appendages. Okay, trunk is with appendages, and this is generally 11 to 8 pairs, 11 to 18 segments are there in the trunk, but carapace is absent here. Example is Artemia. So these are the subphylums of Branchiopoda. Next class is Ostracoda, and sometimes these are known as the mussel. Okay, and what are the features? The body enclosed within hinged bivalve and often calcareous shell. Here the shell is calcareous, sometimes or often you can say, and body enclosed within a hinged bivalve. Okay, body enclosed within a shell, and this shell may be calcareous. Okay, and this is called the carapace, and head forms half of the body volume. Head is maximum or larger part of the body and contains 4 appendages. You know that: antennae, mandibles, maxillae, and another thing, that is the antennules. Okay, so these are the features of Ostracoda, and under this Ostracoda there are 2 subphylums. One is the Mydocopa and another is the Podocopa. Mydocopa, there is the shell valves that with antennal notch. There is antennal notch, or antennal notch is present in the shell valve, and two pairs of trunk appendages, second antennae adapted for swimming. Okay, so two important points are shellworms with antennal notch, there is a notch, or second point is the two pairs of the trunk appendages. Okay, and under Podocopa there are the two features: valves without antennal notch, one or two pairs of trunk appendages. There is a notch present and here the notch absent. Okay, and here the two pairs of trunk appendages, but here one or two pairs of trunk appendages. Clear? Example is that here Cypridina, and example is that Cypress. Clear? And here I have drawn the two rough structure. One is Daphnia and there is Cypress. Okay, Daphnia and Cypress. Two rough structures I have drawn here. You just see, and obviously you can get the correct picture from the book obviously. The next class is the Copypoda. Under Copypoda there are three features: small cylindrical body and the trunk composed of thorax bearing five pairs of biramous appendages and five segmented appendages, less abdomen. That means the body is small and cylindrical and trunk composed of thorax and abdomen, obviously thorax and abdomen, and the thorax containing the appendages but abdomen is without appendages. Clear? Third point is that head round or pointed with mouth parts and antennae. Example is Cyclops. So under Copypoda I think there are subphylums or not? No, there are no subphylums, only class Copypoda. That's why the example is Cyclops. Clear? Another 3 or 4 classes I have to explain. Okay, 3 or 4 classes I have to explain under this Crustacea subphylum. Clear? So continue with me. Okay, so under Crustacea, another class is the Mystacocaridia, and here the features are: head is divided into a small anterior and a large posterior part. There are two parts. One is very small, that is the anterior part, and the larger part, that is the posterior part. Here the trunk with 10 segments. Trunk with 10 segments. Okay, and among 10, 5 with the appendages. Okay, and there is one kind of eye present, that is the Nauplian eye. Okay, Nauplian eye is present. And second is the Branchiura. Okay, Branchiura class. Here the features are: body dorsoventrally flattened, carapace present, abdomen bilobed and unsegmented. Here the abdomen is unsegmented. And the third point is the antennae, that is modified for attachment, and maxillae, the first pair of the maxillae, that modified into suckers. This is the important point. Antennae is modified for attachment and first pair of maxillae, that is modified into suckers. Next one is, this is also class. Next one is Pentastomida, and here the features are: these live in the lungs or the nasal passages of the vertebrates. Okay. Second one, obviously these are parasites. Second one, body worm-like with 5 short protuberances. 5 short protuberances like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is centrally located and these are the laterally located. The centrally located portion is known as is called the mouth and other 4 are called the legs. The third point is body covered by non-chitinous cuticle and 4 are leg bearing claws and central, that is snout like structure, that bearing mouth. Okay, the central portion, these are totally claws like structure. Okay, so the central portion, this is snout or claws like structure, it forms a snout like mouth, and another the claws like structure 4, these form the legs. Example is cephalobina. Next class is tentacularia. Here the head without appendages and eye. Head without appendages and eyes. Thorax 6 segmented, bearing 5 pairs of limbs that are obviously bilemous, and posterior unilemous one. That means anterior part, thoracic anterior region part, that is bearing with bilemous limbs, and posterior part that is bearing with unilemous appendages. And abdomen is 2 to 6 segmented and limbless, there is no limb. Okay, and they remain in marine crustaceans body. Example, I have written the example in here. Okay, and so there is a mistake, so you can just adjust. Tentulus larva. Example is Tentulus larva. Next one is the Cirripedia. Cirripedia is what? These are sessile. Okay, body poorly segmented and sometimes the species haven't abdomen. Okay, and bivalve carapace that present and bilemous appendages present. Example, Balanus. Next class is Malacostraca, and here the body with head, 8 segmented thorax and 6 segmented abdomen. Compound eye present, and the 14 segments that bear appendages, all have appendages, and carapace may be present or may not present. Okay, under this class there are 2 subclasses, so we have to learn about the 2 subclasses of this class after this. Okay, and there is the example of Mystacocarida, that is the Derochiloceres. Okay, Derochiloceres. Okay, or you can say that Derochilocaris. Okay, whatever you like. So these are the features of that. The last 2 subclasses of this one I have to describe you. Okay, so under Malacostraca there are 2 subclasses. One is the Phylocarida, second one is the Hoplocarida. And the Phylocarida here, the 7th abdominal segment lacking appendages. Okay, 7th abdominal segment that is lacking appendages, and thorax is within bivalve carapace. Okay, that means there is the carapace present. Here the body is covered within the shield-like carapace, but it does not cover the last 2 thoracic region. That means the thoracic region is not fully covered by the carapace here. And here another important feature is that the second pair of the thoracic appendages, that is very large and it forms a subchirate-like structure, and that is adapted. Why? Because for capturing the prey. In the first case the example is the Nivalia, and then the second case example is the Squida. So here I have totally completed the arthropod classification.